I'll wear their T-shirts and whatever else, but not doing that.
He doesn't understand a contract.
Right. All right. Well, anyway, regarding this, you being on the red carpet, it's really now happening. Sorry. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand how you can agree with me that you're going to... See, this is you. This is why people make contracts with you and stuff. I say to you, hey, Eric, we'll write the questions and you'll ask them. And you went, okay, I'm okay with it. And we rehearsed it and you were fine with it. And then all of a sudden you go, well, I see the event's a big event. I'm not going to do it. So how can I go along with it? I understand this isn't for you. Okay? I got to go, though.
I wish you would... I'll agree to do your first question.
No,
we can't trust
I don't
you.
trust you. I know you'll get there and you won't do it. I know it, Eric. And that will make me crazy. You can't sabotage me like that.
I'll put my dignity and respect for the actors aside for one.
Howard, no. We're looking for people going there with a good attitude. He's going there reluctantly.
I know. Yeah, Eric, it's not for
right,
you.
yeah.
No, it's not for you. I'm making the decision. It's not good for you. It's not good for your acting career.
You'll watch the Emmys at home.
Right. No, but thank you anyway.
The only question I could think of that I'd ask off the top of my head is to Arnold, what do you think you screwed more, our state or your wife?
All right. Well, that's very disrespectful. We wouldn't even ask you to do that. It's not even funny. All right, Eric, I got to go. Thank you, though. And good luck with Beezid and everything.
Please reconsider the Emmy thing.
No.
Eric, it's not for you. You've got to. You don't want to do it. You're the one who said you wanted to do it, and then you took it back and you wrote that angry letter. I can't put you out there. It's too important to us.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
But, Eric, how do we know you don't get to the red carpet and then not be able to do it because you had no enthusiasm for it?
Right. I can't trust the situation now. Please, I'm not doing it to bust your balls. It can't be.
I will do it.
I'm sorry. We can't take that chance.
Robin, am I really talking to you?
No.
Then shut up.
But the answer's going to be the same in another voice.
Yeah, Robin, I would be insane to go along with this, right?
Absolutely.
Well, wouldn't you be curious to see if we did send him if he actually followed through?
You know he won't.
He won't, Howard. Oh, come on. He'll sit there and just shake everybody's hand.
Right.
We'll have nothing. We'll spend a lot of money for
And
nothing.
ask insanely stupid questions.
Oh, boring.
Will there be another Will and Grace reunion show?
Yeah. You know, I want to believe you, Eric, but I can't take a chance. I'll be the laughing stock of show business if I send you out there and then you betray me. Even Robin will leave the show. Robin will be, I told you so.
And he can't live with that.
Well,
I can't live with that.
Well, hell, if that's the case, let me do it, please. Just leave.
He is pretty funny.
He's funny here.
Right.
On his own, he's not that funny.
Right. I mean, he needs us.
Yeah.
Right.
And the whole idea is for us not to have to go to the red carpet.
Right. All right, Eric, I got to go, really.
Is there any chance that you will reconsider by tomorrow?
No. I mean, I'm so tempted to send you just to see what happens.
No.
You know what's going to happen.
Oh, my God, it'd be great.
No, because nothing's going to happen.
That's what's going to be
It'll
great.
be like the rap, that American Idol show.
Right.
JD won't even be able to get through the tape.
Right. Okay. All right, Eric. Robin's talking
It'll
sense.
be the most boringest tapes I've ever seen.
Thank you, though. Goodbye. All right. Oh, I'd love to get that tape and yell at him.
It costs too much money.
No. Yeah, you know what it is to put him up in a hotel? It's a lot of money. Eric the Midget is on the phone.
Haven't we talked to him already this morning?
I know.
Shouldn't he be going to sleep?
I am awake just a little bit longer because I talked to Johnny after talking to you guys, and I've definitely decided I do not want any opportunities to pass me by from this point on. So I agree to do the red carpet event as is with questions and all.
Will says to me, we have to have him do it because you know he'll and it'll be the funniest thing ever.
See, I don't think he'll funny.
Will was yelling at me during the commercials. He said, you got to send him because you know he won't do it. He's going to say he's going to do it, and then he's not going to. What was your point of view on this, Will?
Just for me, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
Like, I mean, if we're doing this for comedy purposes,
right,
this is the best option.
Right.
Because he's not going to get it right. The demands are going to start in another week, I give him.
Right.
And, you know, it's just going to be a complete nightmare.
So is it going to wind up with us having nobody on the red carpet, or
no, he'll
be there?
It could end up though with having absolutely worthless tape.
Absolutely. Yes. That's what I know will
See, the
happen.
only thing that's going to be funny is the reaction on the air. The tape is going to be useless.
That's probably true.
Well, Fred, you're useless.
That may be true, but I'm about as useful as your legs.
So, Will, you know, the tape will probably be useless, but the yelling at him will probably be funny.
Absolutely.
I see what you're saying.
But we could yell at him without the expense in the tapes.
And we could get some good tape.
Right.
I mean, Eric's saying he will read the questions at this point. So
but you know you can't believe a thing he
even
says.
said that he can't read. Really.
Well, even that's funny. I can't read.
And he's not trustworthy either.
And he's stupid.
I am not stupid.
Well, we're going to do an IQ test to determine that.
You know, here's the bottom line. We let Eric do the red carpet. This is an option, knowing full well that A, we'll probably never even get him to the red carpet because something will go wrong.
Right, on the day of.
Right. B, he's going to become a pain as soon as I agree to this. Like, Doug's not going to be able to tape it for Howard TV and all this.
Which is a question. Eric, are you willing to agree to all of the stipulations now?
Well, not the...
See.
No, I don't want. No, I understand you don't want cameras in your house.
Right. They could tape me at the event.
But what about in the car?
No, not that either.
Ethan.
What's the big deal about the car?
Right, and we don't have to buy you tires for your handicap van like you put in that email.
Oh, my God. I didn't even hear that.
Hey, what's new tires, oil change?
He's going to nickel and dime you for everything
Well, that's my
that he
point.
needs.
Let's agree to it, and then by tomorrow we'll be done with him anyway.
Did you pay complete attention to that? That was not me. I was saying that because that's what my dad says from every trip from here to L.A. using that van from this point on. Mileage money has to be included to cover upkeep on that van. It's his van that he makes payments for.
Oh.
See, it's just a whole mishigas
No,
with him.
you don't want to get started with
You
him.
want to get started retiring his car and then oil changes. And...
Eric, you realize we're doing you the favor. You're not doing us the favor, right?
I realize that.
So you have to give a little bit.
Yeah, but he's saying he has no money and that his dad makes him get
The
new
only
tires.
thing he gives us is aggravation.
That's it.
Howard, listen, in all fairness, I'd be willing to give him a small stipend to make the trip, to cover gas and stuff, but I'm not putting tires on the van.
Right.
He's going to want a new paint
Do we
job on
do we
the
need to
thing.
redecorate your house?
No,
I would like a hot tub.
And what's the explanation for in your email? Okay, so you need tires, and then at one point you're like, just buy me something off my Amazon list.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
The camera.
He wants a camera, a tripod, and everything so that he can tape himself in his car. And any idiot knows he has an Amazon list of things that he needs, including a camera. He's so obnoxious.
This is just a
And
shakedown.
why would we want you to tape it when we have a full, we would have a professional crew person tape it in the car and we'd get the right sound and the right picture.
Right. You're not going to be able to tape it the proper way. Right, Dougie? He can't tape.
No, absolutely not, but I'm tempted to let him try, and he also wants to edit it. I'd love to see what that looks like.
Oh, my God.
Guys, you're going to end up with nothing.
Exactly, I know. My gut is telling me to just bail on this whole thing.
Bail on it?
Because once I...
Let's take a vote of the people. All right. Doug, you vote no. No, Eric the Midget? Even though you know he'll lie.
I'm with Will on one. It's like 50-50.
I'm saying we go in. This is your option. We go into it knowing Eric is going to...
It'll be totally screwed.
Eric is lying now. Eric just wants to get to the red carpet. Eric will not ask the questions.
He wants to meet celebrities.
He's going to start everything with like, "Hi, I'm Eric from the Howard Stern Show. I'm a big fan of yours. Can I ask you a crazy question?"
Right. I really don't want to ask this, but...
What was your favorite role?
Right.
He's not going to read the questions. He's going to go on his own agenda.
Mike playing Dex? Her.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to, it's going to be
his own question.
But is the funny?
No.
All right. So, Fred, you vote Eric no.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to go around.
I'll tell you one thing. If Eric thinks it's going to be a good interview, put up your money first. Little pitch, Eric, or whatever the your name is, and then we'll pay you if it's worth anything.
All right. Fred says no. That's a no. All right.
No.
Doug?
I have to say no.
All right. Gary, what do you vote?
For all the reasons you just said, and because he annoys me, I actually vote yes, because I think this will prove once and for all that he's incapable of following any directions, and then he leaves us alone.
Right.
So we're taking we're taking knowing that he's coming back with nothing, but then every time he calls,
I mean,
can
how
say,
funny it'll be. We're having this discussion, and he's going to come back from the Emmys with nothing.
Right. But I think it's great.
But why waste the money?
There's no way he's going to be able to do it.
Because you know what, Fred? It's not
a fuck up.
It's not what he doesn't get there. It's the whole experience. The trip, I can't bring it get there. It's the whole experience. The trip, I can't bring a camera.
But we know the answer
We're going to get phone calls in the middle of the night because credit card doesn't work.
He actually is trying to convince us that he's going to carry this on.
And we're giving him a free trip.
But we all know it's to the contrary.
He's
all
using
right.
it.
Gary votes yes.
I do.
Robin, your vote, please. We know he's lying. We know he's incapable.
And
I'm lying. I watched.
Oh, stop it.
When have you ever told the truth?
I've seen correspondents do, this for Jimmy Kimmel, Lopez Tonight, and I really want to do this.
That's Johnny convincing you.
Right.
No,
You didn't think of that on your own.
He's like Sal.
Stop it.
He doesn't know he's a racist till somebody tells him.
Right.
All right. Robin,
I'd
yes
say
or no?
yes.
You say yes. Wow.
Jesus.
That's a shock. All right, so far we have 2 no's and 2 yes. I'm going to put Will down as a yes. All right, Benji, you get a vote. Go ahead. Yes or no on Eric?
Definitely yes.
Why?
I believe in him, and I think he'll do a good job. Not for the reasons you're saying. I think he'll do a good job.
All right.
And if I'm not capable of taking direction, how did I do it on a TV show?
Because you didn't have to ask celebrities hard questions.
By the way, that show hasn't aired yet. Who knows what you did?
Yeah.
Right.
I heard they were,
You could have been a paperweight for all we know.
All right. Let me get some more.
Way with yourself, Olivier.
Jason, you want to vote?
And John Hine.
Jason, John Hine.
JD.
And Scott DePace because of his high IQ. Scott, while you're sitting there, what do you vote?
I definitely vote no.
Why? You're the smartest guy. Why?
Even if he does it, he probably, it won't even get the words out.
It's just going to be pathetic.
All right, that's a no from a very intelligent guy.
Scott, go try to sell your video caddy or whatever it is.
Jason Kaplan.
I'm going with a no. I don't think it's worth it. I think we get to yell at Eric all the time for free anyway.
Right.
And listen, he's not going to care if he screws it up for us. He's just going to see it as, hey, I went to the Emmys and had a great time, and screw Howard. And
he's getting to see Kimmel and the other shows.
He's going to leave us holding an empty bag.
You're basically paying for his fun day in L.A.
All right, John Hine.
I think either way it's going to end up as a no. If you say yes, he'll screw it up. But my vote would be no, because I don't think Eric has been thankful enough for the opportunities had in the past. And a lot of times he changes his mind, and I don't know if he could help himself, but work in his own stuff if he actually did it. So, unfortunately, Eric, I'm going to have to give you a no vote.
All right, well said. And the final 2 votes from Richard and Sal. Richard and Sal come in, and JD gets a vote as well.
JD, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Will has
something to say.
What if Eric were to agree to some punishment if he doesn't?
He won't.
Like if he has to fly.
He'll agree and he'll lie.
With that either.
Like he always does.
Right. All right. JD, what do you vote?
I say no. I'm tired of his. So he needs to learn a lesson.
And you also don't want to go through that bad tape. I know you.
Well, listen,
what if the guy, Benjy seems to feel Eric will go out there and home run and ask all the questions, and he will be a phenomenon.
There's no way way that can happen. Eric explained to us yesterday he can't read off a paper.
And by the
He's
time
already insulting the
Robin,
question.
you voted yes.
But I'm voting for the debacle to be aired.
And by the time he finishes a couple words out of the sentence, the celebrity will be
people
done
are
with him
gone.
and walk away.
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
So you're totally cool with some of the questions will be offensive and you'll read them straight?
Yes.
No, I don't believe him.
He can't.
I guarantee you he can't.
I say no.
All right. Finally, Richard and Sal, the final votes, and then I will vote, and then I'll add up the votes. There's been a very late swing in no's.
Oh.
I don't hold out much hope for Eric. I am going to vote yes that we send him because I think it'll be hysterical when he comes back.
I wish you hadn't said that because now Sal's going to vote with you.
No, he's not even listening.
Where is Sal? Where's Richard?
Quickly,
It's
Sal
not
and
even get
Richard.
in here.
Sal, Richard, you have the what is this? Why can't I get a hold of those two morons?
Richard's on his way, and Sal's not here today.
Oh, Sal's not?
All right, Sal's not here. Okay, you can vote for both of you since you vote in a block.
No, I say no for
No. All right, that's 2 no's.
Richard, stop.
What does that say?
What am I supposed to do? I'm just trying to look healthy.
You look like an empty sack at this point.
I don't know. I think he looks better to me.
Yeah,
No, things are beginning to start hanging.
At least
or
he's
something.
healthy.
Yeah, well,
I was
I
thinking
don't know if that's a healthy look. Because I think what he's doing is drinking and not eating.
all right, here we go. Here's the final tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I'll count one. I'll count that as one.
What?
Richard's vote. I'm not going to, All right, so it's 7 no's. 1, 2, 3, 4 yeses.
Oh.
Eric, it's not happening. I tried. Eric?
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, I voted yes.
I voted yes.
Thank you, Robin.
Yep. Gary even voted yes.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
And Benjy voted yes. That's it.
Thank you, Benjy.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You had a good thing. You blew it.
You got to jump on opportunity. It only knocks once, they say.
Right. All right. Well, thank you anyway, though. Thanks for the offer. And maybe another time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I quite frankly was reading a list of replacements for Eric.
Yeah.
And, some of those names were very funny.
Go, yeah. Listen, there's no shortage of people to do this.
And I don't
listen,
think Eric would be nearly that funny.
Eric will.
That's what he'll do.
Oh, I won't.
He will. Eric, I know you better than you know you. You're going to get on that red carpet. You're going to have a change of heart.
You're going to choke.
Yeah. And you're going to ask your unfunny questions.
Right.
I've had change of heart. I want to do it.
Yeah. Well, I took a vote. I thought people would go for it.
And by the way, it's not lying. It's changing of the mind.
Right.
Yeah, but you could change your mind at the red carpet, and then we're screwed.
I would not do that.
Well, you don't have to convince us. We were for sending you. It's guys like Fred who don't want you.
Yeah, I'm not delusional.
Neither am I.
All right, thank you.
See, if you acted like this at the red carpet, then maybe you could go.
Right.
He's
But
got
I know you
balls
won't.
with us.
Because you lose your balls when you stand in front of celebrities.
All right. Hey, thanks, Eric. I can't spend any more time on this, but thank you for asking. Bye-bye. All right.
So I guess, we didn't check to see if he's actually going to get in the bee costume for Beezus.
That's up to him. I have no.
No, he said he wasn't going to turn down any more opportunities. So.
That he's turning down, I get a feeling. Wheels, go ahead.
Man, I can imagine him and Frado plotting every day on the phone. Anyway, I mean, seriously, mind meld of 2 idiots.
The dirty details of Eric the Midget's purported promotion deal with online penny auction site Beezid. The alleged contract stipulates Eric and roommate Jan not only must wear Beezid clothing, costuming, or apparel, but if someone approaches Eric or Jan at a public event, they must respond with a buzz sound. And a Beezid logo and flag must be attached to Eric's wheelchair.
Wow. Well, that's a very, very heavy contract. Eric claims he didn't understand.
Now, speaking of red carpets, Gary, because, well, I'll try a segue there. Eric the Midget, well, with Letterman, Mr. T. Come on, Will, don't give me that look.
Eric the actor.
Eric the actor, I should call him, because, well, now he's trying to get on the red carpet for the Emmys. He said at first he agreed that he would do what was asked. Then the other day he said he cannot do what was asked for a bunch of different reasons. One, but the primary one being he's worried about ruining any future relationships he may make in the business. And today he called in and all of a sudden he said he doesn't want to pass up the opportunity. He wants to be on that red carpet. And everyone was kind of on the fence about it, and Howard brought it to a vote, and I believe it was 7-4 no. But, Will, you were one of the main proponents of putting Eric out on the red carpet because I guess you think no matter what happens, it's a win.
I agree. I mean, that's exactly what it was. It's a numbers game. You look at it. Usually when people go and do these red carpet interviews, it's maybe a 50-50 chance that we come back with something good, and that might be a little optimistic. So with Eric, you're going to get something that's worth playing. Even if he does his own questions. When he was reading his own questions on the air the other day, I mean, they were funny. It's funny just to yell at the little guy. So I think it's definitely a win-win for us, and better than any other option we have.
But with all the demands he makes, does he even get to the red carpet?
I think he gets there.
Yeah, and I think at this point he's starting to realize, well, I really want to do this, so maybe I have to play by their rules.
If he had to take a plane and stuff, but Sacramento to L.A. was 4 hours, 5 hours. Right. I mean, I think he can pull that one off.
What did you vote, Gary, and why?
I voted yes.
Because
I want to watch him crash and burn, so I don't have to take a my feeling was send him, let him hang himself, give him enough rope, let him hang himself, and then every time he busts my balls on the air, I could say, you can't be trusted to do anything. And if he proves me wrong, awesome. I got great tape.
Yeah, I sided with Fred. I said no because I just don't think he's grateful for anything. This is yet another opportunity that he's just, it's got to have it his way.
But that's why he's great, because he's not grateful for anything, and he's so genuine about it.
Understood. And I said, even if you say yes, it's going to end up being a no because of what we just talked about. But it seemed like the person most adamantly against it was Doug Goodstein. Like
because it's costing Doug money. You know what I mean? In other words, Doug's hiring a crew for the red carpet, and then he was going to hire a crew to go with Eric from his house to the event. So if Eric, any of that, it's hotel rooms, it's people you have to pay for the day. Like if Eric doesn't show up, he's got to pay a video guy and a sound guy for the whole day, which is probably like a couple $1,000s. If he sends somebody to go travel with Eric to make the trip to L.A., he's got to pay a guy, get him up to Sacramento, put him up in a hotel room. So Doug told me off the air, he goes, I just know he's going to cost me money to no end.
Now, if you missed it, here's a little bit of Eric agreeing or offering himself up for the red carpet.
I definitely I do not want any opportunities to pass me by from this point on. So I agree to do the red carpet event as is with questions and all.
Will says to me, we have to have him do it because he'll and it'll be the funniest thing ever.
See, I don't think he'll funny.
See, but here's the thing with him. You know how like when you listen to Sal comes on the wrap-up show and he goes, white women shouldn't drink because they end up with black guys. Then he comes back the next day and he goes, apparently I was wrong. He doesn't know he was wrong. Somebody told him he was wrong. That's what I get out of Eric. Eric hasn't had a change of heart. Someone has explained to him to have a change of heart, but he's still not on board.
Will he ever get on board fully?
I think, being out there, I sent a lot of people out there to do those interviews. I've done it myself. It ain't easy standing up in a crowd and being in the crowd, especially when you're on the red carpet. Everybody wants to make nice. Nobody wants to piss anybody off. If you're the idiot that pisses somebody off, then the celebrity moves ahead quickly and you for everybody. So there's a lot of pressure doing that. And if people start yelling at him, first of all, you start yelling at a guy in a wheelchair, you probably go to hell anyway. But if you start yelling at him, I don't know that he'll cave.
But since he's such a fan of the celebrities, will he be able to ask the tough questions, or will he distance himself from it? How do you think he'll handle it?
I think you started to say it during the show today. There's going to be a lot of, listen, I didn't write this question. I work for the Howard Stern show. They make me ask this. That. And by the time you get to that setup, the question's not funny anymore.
And he can't read off the paper, he was saying?
He just can't read.
Well, he said he has difficulty, remembering what the question is or reading, and then, multitasking, I guess, is the basic problem.
We should just make every question.
And simple math.
Yeah, what's 9 times 7 should be every question to every celebrity.
Jim in Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, hey guys, man, I hope Howard, changes his mind again and lets Eric do these interviews because that's really can't miss radio. You can't lose either way, whatever happens.
I agree. I'm on that bandwagon. Now Sal, Richard voted for Sal, but Sal wasn't here today. So Sal came in tomorrow and said, no, that's not my vote. That would make it 6-5. Then all Eric would have to do is convince one person to sway their vote, and Eric wins 6-5, and then he can go.
No,
well, I think
because 7-4.
It would be 7-5.
Oh, I thought it was 7-4 with the two votes.
But Eric could sway people. You never know, one way or the other. What are you going to say, Shul?
Well, I've had my run-ins with Eric in the past, and we haven't always gotten along. But I really, call me an idiot, but I really think he wants to be in entertainment so bad. He wants to be acknowledged somehow in the worst way. And he even brought up to me about, I was thinking about it, he said, and Stuttering John going out and asking these questions and didn't hurt him any. He landed a pretty good gig and made some good money afterwards. And, I think you have a point, Gary, with sometimes he has to be told that he did something wrong or that he screwed something up. But I agree with this caller. It's a win-win for us. So we pay for a hotel room, so what? The content you get out of that is, it's gold.
And you know what's going to happen? It's going to have long-lasting repercussions, meaning Eric will blame us in 3 years for not getting work because he insulted the fifth lead in One Tree Hill.
Well, when I first talked to him yesterday, his take was, originally he said, I don't want to do it because I don't want to screw up any possible acting gigs. So I said, Eric, how long have you been calling into the show? He said, close to 8 years. I said, how many acting gigs have you gotten in 8 years? He said, 2.
Right.
I said, I don't think you have too much to worry about,
And we were responsible for both of them.
Absolutely, which is what I told him.
And by the way, the line of the day, once again, goes to Mr. Fred Norris when we talked about, what was he on Fringe? Fred goes, we haven't seen it yet, for all we know you were a paperweight.
Fred gets so angry with Eric. He lights up.
And then Eric left me all these angry messages because I said, hey, if Eric's listening, you'll call into the wrap-up show. And he left me a voicemail about what a moron I am, how I'm so stupid. I must have cheated on the IQ test because he has to sleep. Why would he be up during the wrap-up show? And I'm like, well, why would you be up for anything? You don't do anything. He's the busiest unemployed person I've ever met.
Mike and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, I got a couple things. I wouldn't let Eric the Midget do anything. Like Gary just said, how he's going to be a lot of well, I didn't answer, this isn't my question. I think he'll push out unless you guys tell him. Make sure he has to say, I'm from the Howard Stern Show, not I'm from Sirius Satellite Radio.
No, you want him to say he's from Sirius Satellite Radio, not the Howard Stern Show, because then once you hear Howard Stern, in people's minds they go, oh, it's Howard, and then they know something weird's coming. The whole point is for wacky questions to come from the odd guy in the wheelchair.
Right, and we've, as a show, that's never happened. You guys never sent a handicapped person out to really ask questions. I'm dying to see what celebrity would be big enough to, yell at him or scold him. I think, if he does pull him off, they're not going anywhere.
If he does it right, someone will tip him over.
I agree.
A lot of people wrote in, they think Eric the Midget would be outrageous on the red carpet, that I should reconsider, send him anyway. Who cares?
He's never going to make it to the red carpet.
They want this thing to be carried out. And then there are more people saying, what the hell is wrong with you? How can you keep putting this no-talent, retarded midget on the air? I'd rather listen to Marianne from Brooklyn read Shakespeare for 5 hours than listen to 5 minutes of this flap whine about his sorry life.
No.
This one says, stop with Eric. He's a bore. Won't do what you want. And in the end, you won't have any red carpet tape, which is, which is what we want as listeners. And people say, Eric, then it goes the opposite way. Eric the Midget would be amazing on the red carpet. The stories alone would be more than worth sending him. And, that was my feeling too.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, Eric, you're on the air. Say good morning to everyone, Eric.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, the fake Joe Pesci. Howard, Time Magazine came out with the 100 people who have changed the world, and because I see Oprah Winfrey alongside of a picture of Jesus. Do you think that you should be alongside Oprah Winfrey?
Oh, this guy's so ponderous. What is he talking about? I don't know. I'm zoning out.
He's zoning out when he me a little half fag.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
What do you? You need to be heard?
I mean, my
He's
God.
gone.
Unless you go write a poem or something. Send it. Go do a talent show.
He's so smart.
Little fag. Hey, he's real intelligent. Little Yale fag.
Eric the Midget, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was calling in. I know I got voted down to do the red carpet event yesterday, but I was hoping maybe there...
Eric, listen to me. Listen to me. You've even written on your website that there's no way you're going to go there and ask our stupid questions. I read it.
This was after saying he would?
Yeah.
Eric.
Eric, you don't want to, you just wanted a freebie to the red carpet.
You're going to lie to us to get there and then do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
You know what I mean? I got to get this done. It's something important for my show. I know you have your own agenda and everything, but why ruin my show?
This is why it's called a job. You have to do things you don't want.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really trust you, and I'm not making a bit out of it or a joke. I'm saying it as a human. I know you want to go, but I really need this job done. I need the celebrities to hear from us and hear our questions. I really do. I mean, and it's going to mess me up.
You have to go there as our representative, not as Eric.
And by the way, Eric, it's so difficult to ask celebrities uncomfortable questions. It ain't a walk in the park. And I don't think you're up for the job, and it's not an insult. It's just the way it is. And I think you're going to screw me over.
Out of anyone that you could choose, why the hell aren't you going to choose me?
Okay.
I watch a ton of TV.
I'll repeat myself.
I know.
I won't choose you because I think you're lying to me.
I know who these celebrities are better than anyone that you could.
Yeah, but you don't get the essential element of this. I need our questions asked, not your questions.
You're going to be all starstruck and just want to say hello.
I'm telling you.
Somebody on Facebook came up with a good idea. What if I first them to reel them in with other questions, then out of left field them with one of your questions?
Yeah, well, my questions are crafted that way. Some of them are very.
He'll take 15 minutes to get out one question. He'll never get to our question.
Yeah, hey, look, I got a big celebrity here, Joe Pesci. I mean, ask him an offensive question. No, it isn't. Are you out of your mind?
Jim Brewer's a pain in my balls. Every time I want to escape, that kid brings me right back. He brought me in his butt. He's a pain in my balls, that kid. He's a good kid.
How dare you?
He looks like he's high all the time, though.
Eric proving how smart he is.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
That's not part of the IQ test.
I can't even.
Is he a real listener?
Yeah, he's a real listener.
He's real.
He's a real
He's
listener.
real
I don't even know. Yeah, who knows who he is?
What does he do? What's going on with this guy?
I'm real. You're not.
Whoa. You coming at me now?
I'm sorry.
Who's this guy? Eric. What are you coming at? Why is people coming at me for?
Even the questions that we craft are not all of them are outrageous questions. We do have some softball questions, but I don't want your questions at all. And I know what I want. I want a guy to go there and ask my questions, and you're not going to do it. And I understand why.
Some of my questions would even kind of be in the ballpark of what.
No, they're not.
What? Name one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I know his questions. Like if he saw.
What's your next movie?
Yeah, right. Oh, what?
No. No.
Is there going to be a sequel?
Season.
Begin. Fred, will you shut the and let me speak, asswipe?
Oh, this guy's got problems.
Yeah. He's got real problems.
Give me one of your outrageous questions.
Yeah,
go ahead, human doorstop.
Go ahead. Interview Robin. Ask her a question.
Well, okay. An example is if Christina Hendricks from Mad Men came up to me.
Go ahead.
It's a really extremely hot redhead with big natural breasts. I would ask her, would you ever consider doing Playboy, showing just your breasts? You don't have to go. That is
that isn't bad. That isn't bad.
That isn't great.
It's not great, but that's a good opening question. But then he'd have to get to our question.
He'd have to say, if he said, "Can I Bronski you?" That would be.
Well, yeah, that's the
Can I climb inside your womb?
I think he thinks that is the crazy question.
Climb inside your womb.
I think he thinks that is the crazy question.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He thinks that's crazy.
And he's going to think he's going to get away with it.
Eric, I think that's the warm-up question.
And then another thing I could ask is to someone like her or someone else, if you found a movie script, a really good script, you liked the part and everything, but then you eventually found out there's a scene, would you still take it?
Well, that's good for a warm-up.
Warm-up.
One warm-up, and then you got to get into the good stuff. See?
Yeah,
that's
where
where
I'm
going
to give you those watered-down questions.
And people are walking away already. They don't have time for Eric and his half-hour-long questions.
Right, that's the other thing. You only get like a minute with them. You know. Eric, it'll be a disaster.
You can't do this. It's too strenuous.
It'll be uncomfortable for you. We won't get what we want. It's going to be...
Where's Shuley?
Where is Shuley?
What's he got to do with it?
How is he involved in this?
Because I did an interview with him yesterday about this.
Yeah, I tell you, if you said to me, listen, Howard, whatever you put on the sheet of paper, I'm reading, and that's what I'm going to do, that'd be all right with me. But
I'm also thinking of the physical demands. You know, like people have to be aggressive. They have to really get their questions in there.
Well, you know what? He wouldn't have to be aggressive because he looks, and don't take this the wrong way.
You're thinking that people will walk over.
Yeah, people are going to have to. They can't ignore him, or else you're going to be people who aren't into the handicapped. And then they'll be branded with that.
Right.
No, everyone will walk over to him. There's no question.
But they don't have unlimited amounts of time for him to give them 50 softball questions.
Well, once he sees a nutnik, they're going to walk away. What is it, Shuley? Why is he calling you into this room?
Well, I talked to him this whole week about this thing.
Right.
And yesterday I interviewed him. And, Will brought up an interesting point where, you guys lay out the game plan for him. If he deviates from that, then there should be some sort of punishment for him for not doing the job.
Right.
So I figured the only punishment that's worth throwing out there is the flying with balloons, something we've wanted for a long time.
He's not going to do it.
No.
Well, he agreed to it yesterday.
He'll agree to it, but he'll never show up.
Right.
Don't trust him. Sure, you're falling into the Eric the Midget trap. I've fallen for it already. I'm an expert on Eric the Midget.
This guy's a midget?
Yeah.
A midget?
Yeah.
We're talking all...
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're Joe Pesci, you're not much taller.
This guy's pretty funny.
Right.
Maybe we should put him on a carpet. Maybe he should be the new balloon guy. No, the kite. Little fly kite.
Fly kite.
Let's get a little midget fly. Put him on a red carpet with a big...
We wanted to fly him, but he didn't go for it.
We should fly him on the red carpet.
Fly him on a red carpet. That sounds good, Howard.
Yep. I like your idea.
So you don't buy into it, Howard?
I don't buy into it. I love Eric. Despite all the haters out there, I do love the guy. I find him amusing. But I do know this. If I send him to the red carpet, we're not... Is there a joke in the fact that Eric's going to totally... Yes. So if everyone wants to hear Eric this up and blow it, let's send him. But just know he's coming back.
He's going to come back with nothing usable.
We're going to sit there and listen to it and just talk about how bad he is. Because he's not going to ask the funny questions we write.
And we'll have blown an opportunity because how often do we get invited onto a red carpet?
Rarely. Never.
No, who's going to see the guy?
Right.
He'll walk right past.
But he's multiple handicaps. He looks like Jimmy Kimmel, he said his hands are like plums. I mean, no one can walk by him and ignore him.
Right.
Right.
And that's the beauty of it.
He's that deformed.
A little bit of an eyesore.
Right.
You got to wear a hat.
Yeah. And so you have to stop. As a celebrity, Mr. Pesci, if you ignore
you
a
gotta
guy...
sit and you think he's from some organization.
Right. If you ignore him, you'll be banned in Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't need some organization picking at me going, you ignored... What's the matter with you? I'm not going to go see a movie now.
So...
Poor Bessie, I feel bad for him.
That's my point. So there is a plus. They will come over to him. Will he ask them anything? No. He will. The interviews are going to be the most boring interviews you ever heard.
What movie?
It's a premiere with like an Emmy.
It's the Emmy.
Oh, all right. Yeah. All right.
Who's going to mess it up?
What if, to ensure that I don't, instead of hanging something over my head if I mess up, give me a reward to succeed?
What would be the reward that you're looking for now?
Something that you guys were going to set up for me for the last couple of years and still haven't.
What's that?
That's a one-on-one meeting with Brandy Tour.
Let me see something here. Now, maybe you're onto something. If you go on the red carpet, you like this guy, huh? Yeah. All right.
This is entertainment.
If you go to the red carpet and you succeed, and by succeed I mean ask our questions,
right?
I have to set up an interview with Brandy Tallur for you, one-on-one. Can I make that happen? I don't even know who Brandy
Tallur.
I mean, I can't guarantee I can get that, but I would try. I mean, like in a real way, I'd say, hey, will you meet with Eric?
Can somebody make some phone calls today?
What is it, Will?
We can definitely make that happen.
You could?
Yeah, we've talked to her a bunch of times. And
So in other words, what would it be? Eric could fly and interview her somewhere?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you're after?
Or here.
Right, I mean...
Well, I'm not sitting and listening to him interview Brandy Tallur for an hour.
Oh, you mean have her on this show and have
Right.
Eric be the interviewer?
I would just let him go interview her, and then we'll cut it up or something.
Yeah.
Because it'll be too boring.
Or make it a 1 hour show on 101. Him interviewing her.
Oh, my God. The Eric show with Brandy Tallur.
Okay, that I do.
Yeah.
Why don't you fly a kite and drop him over there on top of her? He can fall inside of her. Fall inside the car.
Right.
Eric the midget, he's in a... Where'd she go? He's in there. He's in over there. We lost him. He's in a... car.
You think he'll fall in?
Well, you're going to see the little balloon hanging out.
I was listening to some tape, so I didn't hear everything. But you're saying that if he does a good job, he gets a reward?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Why?
what he proposed.
Because listen, this kid...
I've never given a reward to anybody I've ever sent to this event.
Listen to me. It's a home run. Gary, you see a 121 IQ. For once.
Yeah, I'm doubting that.
Listen to this. You take this guy. He's a midget. Nothing is better than midgets.
No
right?
more than a midget. It's pure entertainment.
So,
Everyone loves a midget.
He goes, does the interviews. Now he's got incentive. He asks our questions. If he doesn't ask our questions, we're going to yell
Brandy
at him.
Tallur.
Yeah, we're gonna play it on the air and yell at him. That's a home run show. It's a home run. If he wins, then he goes and interviews Brandy Tallur, and we air it as a special, an hour special on 101.
Everything you said is great. It makes me crazy how he manipulates us.
Is he manipulating us, or are we manipulating him?
I'm not sure.
I think it's a little of both.
It's a good question.
Thing is, we all end up with entertainment. This is what I'm saying.
Now, let me ask you a question. He goes to the red carpet.
Go ahead. Who even knows if he'll make it?
Hold it.
Right.
He asks the questions we want him to ask.
Right.
It's still a debacle because he can't really get to anybody. He can't get out the question because he can't read off a paper. You know, it's just a mess, and everybody just walks away from him after he asks the question. We get no good tape.
Right.
Does he still get Brandy Tallur?
No.
All right.
Right,
So
'cause he
he
sucks.
really has to succeed.
Who's the final judge of? If
I am the judge.
He made his best.
I'm
effort.
the judge.
Okay. I'm in.
If I feel he made his best effort, then fine, I'll do it.
I got $10. He's going to have an hour special, this kid.
Yeah, you're banking on him.
$10. He's going to have a little hour special. Who's going to pick
All
him
right,
up at the
Eric.
line?
You hooked me in.
So he's back in
He's back in.
with the Brandy
Big
Tallur.
mistake.
You think so?
Pride.
Yeah, you know what he's doing right now? I see it from a mile away. You in. He's going to convince you that he did a good job, even though he did.
Or he's
And
gonna
you being
feel
a
bad.
good-hearted person are still going to give him the Brandy Tallur interview.
Right.
And he's going to get everything he wants, plus a new set of tires for that.
Right.
Where he probably uses to go out and pick up, something with.
For that, there's a way around that.
Oh, he's thought this through.
Instead of paying what my dad wants, the mileage money for upkeep on the van, rent a van for Jan and I to take down to L.A. and bring back.
I don't know.
Eric, how about
He'll
you're
probably
getting an opportunity that no one else is going to give you?
It's
Figure
already
out,
a prize for you to be on the red carpet.
Can't we
and
get
meeting all these people.
You see, now it's already seeming like a headache.
Can't we get another midget instead? I mean, there's
A
gotta be
cooperative
tons of
midget?
midgets
I don't
out
think there is such a
Hey,
thing.
Eric, good morning. How are you?
Hey, Eric. Hi, Pitch Eric, everybody.
Why are you dealing with this little midget? Let me take a red carpet for you. I won't give you a problem.
You know, he is good, Eric.
Yeah, but who's walking up to Eric?
Nobody's talking.
That's the problem.
He smells too bad. You could smell the mile away.
That's a good point.
Eric, come on. Why are you giving Howard a hard time about doing a red carpet?
Hey, Mr. Pesci.
Is
do you
this
know
a guy or a girl?
It's a guy.
It's a guy with no balls, probably.
Oh, I have more balls than you because I'll do whatever Howard wants.
That's true.
But can Eric read?
Excuse me if I have a hard-headed Irish father that will not budge 1 inch on this mileage money.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, no offense. This guy's a pain of balls.
Yeah, I mean, do you know any
It's a midget? If I'm a midget and someone said, hey, wait, you want to go on a red carpet? I say, who's carrying me? Go there now. I got to pay mileage and give this guy a...
You know
what do you want? You want me to send you flowers? You want a class ticket? Jesus Christ, don't you're out of house, you prick you. You're like where you might get a job, they might do a 3 for Christ's sake. You got an in job, this guy, busting balls. I need gas mileage. You need a cut is probably what you need. Get some big shoes or something. Here,
do you know any cooperative midgets?
Cooperative midgets, for Christ's sake. This guy's a real bust in a hump right here, man. I don't know. He sounds a little shaky. He might fold on a questioning, Howard.
so don't have him, is what you're saying, right?
He might fold on a question. No, you got entertainment. I got $10. This kid's gonna knock it out of the park either way, like you said.
All right.
Like his logic the other day, Howard, was he didn't want this to ruin his upcoming possible acting
Right.
roles.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, because all the acting roles he's got is from this show.
Right.
So I said, how long have you been calling into the show? He said, 8 years.
Right.
I said, how many acting roles have you got? 2. I said, I don't think you have much to worry about. Just
Right.
go for it. If you want to be in entertainment, here's a great way to get in.
What movie's he in?
He was in a show called Fringe.
Fringe?
And American Dreams.
American James. What happened to Willy Wonka?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I know what you're saying. Is there anything exciting happening this morning in terms of an announcer? Well, listen to this. Listen to your announcer.
I'm George Takei.
See?
And during this time of crisis, I'm reminded of the Japanese phrase gaman, which means to endure with fortitude and dignity. And to that I add hitonomi en, which means I proudly swallow. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
And he does. Thank you, George.
Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you all. My first visit with you all this year, the year 2011.
Is that right?
It is. This is the first time. It's been 4 months since I last saw you all.
It's just been too long, my friend.
I've missed him, yes. I was wondering when you were going to get back in here.
Live long and prosper.
I am living long and prospering and getting up every morning at 4 a.m. for you all.
Doing any... by the way, George turned 70...
Not yet.
When are you turning?
On April the 20th, I turned 74.
Unbelievable. Wow. You're in great shape. I saw you this morning in the hallway, and I said, man, this guy looks healthy and fit. I mean, you look good.
Well, I believe in the law of nature, and, I'm a law-abiding guy. I just go by what
But it does make you angry that you take such incredible care of yourself. I mean...
What is it? Why would it make him angry?
It's not
because
incredible.
His partner, Brad, is not thin.
Oh, that part. Well, I try to restrain myself because I was scolded by you last year.
No, but between us, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
When one person works so hard on their physique, I mean, you do. I mean, it ain't easy staying thin. I'm sure you watch what you eat. I'm sure you work out. And you do all of that.
I do all that.
You can.
Does Brad just lie around? Does he not try?
Well, he used to be fantastic looking. I mean, he was an outstanding marathoner.
Uh-huh.
But now, when I'm doing my exercises in the morning, at least he walks with me in the morning.
He will walk.
He will walk. But he just is there at his computer while I'm doing my sit-ups and push-ups.
Doesn't that irritate you? I mean, you're doing sit-ups and push-ups, and he's like just sitting there at the computer. And you know something? I'm going to tell you. Beth and I work out together. We go for runs and stuff like that.
That's fantastic. I really admire that.
And I like that because, like she even says, I would have a hard time, she said, with you if you didn't take care of yourself, and I think vice versa. As much as I want to say, it shouldn't be a big deal, but it is. I mean, you do want someone to be reasonably fit, right?
Exactly. And it isn't really that hard. It becomes part of your daily routine,
Well,
like
what
brushing
happened?
your teeth.
Brad was a marathoner.
Yep.
And what happened? He one day just quit?
He used to be a journalist, economics journalist, and that was a high-pressure job. And he smoked back then, too.
Oh.
And, so he had all his bad habits from the journalistic world. And it eventually caught up with him. He became my manager. And he didn't have to have those pressures of.
So when you guys are naked and you see him, he's pudgy, and you want to see him ripped.
Exactly.
At least thin.
I use a lot of imagination when
Right.
I'm.
Do you turn off the lights? Do you put the lights down low?
No, because I'm a visual as well as tactile guy.
Yeah, but do you ever go like, you know what, okay, Brad's a heavy guy, so what I'll do is I'll turn the lights down low, or maybe what I could do is just stare at a certain part of him so that I don't see how fat he is.
Well, I try to, we wrestle, as you know.
Right.
Yes.
And I search for the musculature.
Did
I say it right? Musculature?
Yeah.
When you say you search for the musculature, what does that involve? In other words, what do you do? I mean, what do you mean you search?
Squeezing him real tight.
To feel the muscles, to get through the fat to the muscle?
Right.
Oh, dear.
Hey, poor you.
Musculature. No, that's good exercise.
How long did he stay good for? After, like, you were in a committed relationship
We were
with him?
together for about, it's gradual, but I noticed it's getting a little bit pudgier after about 10 years.
After 10 years. That's usually, that's when it happens.
And how long have they been together now?
Oh.
We've been together. We're 24 years now. Next year will be our silver anniversary.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I know at this point in your life, I guess you couldn't imagine, but do you think you'd ever leave Brad because he's so out of shape?
No.
Do you think you're ever tempted to cheat?
I've been tempted many times.
Right.
But, when you really love someone, you think of hurting him.
Yeah, and don't you think that, like, I bet you when you go to like a Star Trek convention or something, and there's some good-looking gay dude there, I bet you, like, in a way they would love to get you in bed because you're the prize over at those Star Trek conventions. Is that what you mostly
trophy star?
Is that what you get? Yeah, is that where you get proposition mostly on those cruises?
No, not just there. There are
and these guys
innuendos handed to me.
And these guys
in
are
bars.
young. And these guys are young.
They're young.
Yeah.
What is the line? What do they say?
Hi, sugar tits. Oh, sugar tits. You are mine. You know what it is, though? I mean, they see you. You're an older guy. You're successful. They're looking for sugar daddy. And you're in good shape.
Well, that's always in the back of my mind, the sugar daddy part.
Well, like I always say, there's nothing sadder than an old queen.
Exactly.
But... you don't play that part of old queen. I mean, you're spry. You know what I mean? These guys could get into it.
But I want to know, like, what are the innuendos? What is the little thing they drop?
A load.
Tactile little things,
Like they touch you.
Yes.
Ah.
And, the juices start happening.
A lingering hand.
The electricity flows. What are you doing in these bars alone anyway?
No, we're together there.
Right.
But, some of these guys are pretty...
forward.
Cheeky.
And they'll do it right in front of Brad.
No, not right in front. We're not like attached at the navels.
I see.
We roam around, and it's when
no one respects your marriage. It's terrible.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
We defend. They call it in defense of marriage, that law.
Yes.
Well, we defend our marriage, and those people that are so-called married, they need to start defending theirs and not poking their nose
Never mind
into
that.
others.
Do you constantly say to the guys in the bar and stuff when they hit on you? Do you say like Are you constantly saying, I can't, I'm married? Like, do you find yourself saying that?
It's not constant. You're creating an image where I'm being constantly promised.
He's barraged.
But when it has happened, do you just say, look, I'm married and I can't mess around with you?
I show them my Navajo ring.
Right. Look at my Navajo.
Brad's from Arizona, so that's why we got this Navajo artisan to design our ring.
Right.
Are they ever so bold as like to follow you to the men's room or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Squeeze
Wow.
that big penis. Wow. Well.
You do have to defend your
let
marriage.
me tell you all, I am now working on a Nickelodeon show.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, I
called
heard.
Super Ninjas. It's aimed at teenage males.
Oh boy.
Perfect.
A whole new generation of fans.
Right.
And so this discussion we just had is all... Oh, well, we're on Sirius, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that's the point. I mean, that's what's so beautiful about Sirius.
Isn't it
because
wonderful?
You can have an X-rated conversation and know that these young boys, these impressionable boys, aren't listening to it. I mean, the parents have control over who
That's
can.
right.
It's a pay service.
But ninjas are everywhere.
Yeah. So how's that going? How's the career going?
It's. I'm having a lot of fun.
You do any Star Trek cruises recently?
No, because I've been working on this series since January.
How's the bed bug situation? Did you straighten it out?
Well, we arrived last night, and we slept in that bed, and I think the beagle did its job.
Yeah, good.
I'm not scratching at all.
Excellent.
No bites.
Thank God.
So you've had to check that again by the dogs and everything?
No, not. We haven't had it checked out. I just am not scratching.
Good. Okay, so that's good. Maybe you killed a full of bed bugs. Also, a lot of people. I was kind of following this when Gilbert Gottfried made his comments about Japan. I know, I know on Twitter you followed. Are you actually tweeting yourself, or is someone helping you with it? I mean, I know they're your thoughts, but do you actually physically take the phone and start to tweet?
No. I stockpile a lot of them. The timely, topical ones I do immediately.
I have a feeling, now this is just my feeling from reading you, I think Brad is doing some of the tweeting.
Well, no, the content I put together.
Right. Some of it doesn't feel, if I can be honest.
Yes.
Some of it doesn't feel like it's your words. It feels more like Brad's words. Am I getting warm on
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You are.
That's what I thought. Some of it is not George Takei.
No, the 99%.
I knew it. I fucking
write.
knew it.
What does Brad write?
Because when you read George's tweets, I can't even give you an example because I don't sit and memorize these tweets. But sometimes I just know it's not George.
Okay.
I just
What
know.
is it that you smell?
I smell Brad and his balls. I mean, I smell Brad, and I knew
You have good nostrils, I must say.
I wasn't the only one to point this out. Other people
really?
have said to me, "We think some of these comments are Brad's comments, not George's." But I mean, because we know you. We know you from being on the show now, and we can smell out a rat, so to speak.
No, he's a mouse.
I heard I was getting yelled at on Twitter. I didn't tweet all weekend. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. I just was busy and not doing my thing. But I'll tell you, I don't know if you get this, George, but then when I go on there, I say, okay, well, since I haven't been on in a while, I'll tweet 5 or 6 or 7 things.
Yeah, right.
And I get yelled at for tweeting too much.
No,
I got yelled at yesterday, yeah.
Stockpile them and dole them out in little dribs and drabs so that there's some consistency.
Yeah, but I actually just go on and
spontaneously.
I'll answer the fans' questions and things like that because I think it's kind of fun. But as soon as I do 7 in a row or 6 in a row, I begin to get yelled at.
Don't do them all in a row.
I see.
Why
is that?
Well, that way you cover more span of time.
But people want. I don't understand.
But it's also immediate, and it's a conversation way.
Yeah, there are topical ones that you have to do immediately. Like when the series of calamities happened in Japan. You want to keep on top of that.
So were you mad at Gilbert for all his Japanese they seem
we all know Gilbert, don't we?
Yes.
I mean, that's a shtick, and that's Gilbert.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought it was ludicrous that he got fired from his job with Affleck, considering the fact that when they hired him, he's been doing all that shit all along.
But you know what? Affleck, a good percentage of Affleck
75% of their business is in Japan. But so, I mean, they hired this guy knowing he's a lunatic and that he does really filthy material. I mean, ridiculous. He uses the N-word. With the Jews.
He's always offensive.
That's a shtick.
Right. So, and all of a sudden to say, well, over the Japanese tsunami and earthquake, we'll fire this
one
guy.
thing. I keep hearing tsunami, but do you see it printed? There's a T in front.
Tsunami.
It drives me up the wall.
You
every
want
time
us to
I
say
hear it.
tsunami?
Well, that's the word.
Yeah, let's hear you
and
say
there are some
That's
journalists
what's
that
driving
are
you
saying
crazy?
tsunami.
Yeah.
Tsunami. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Let me hear you
pronounced.
say it. Say it again.
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Yeah, there's a T
Tsunami.
there. And I keep hearing,
Is that the
journalists
tragedy for you that people are not saying tsunami?
Well, that's a minor one, but it
sure.
drives me up the wall when I hear tsunami.
Hey, by the way, I do want to wish Richard Christie a happy birthday. It was his birthday on Friday.
Happy birthday.
I heard, were you invited to Richard Christie's wedding?
We have been.
Are you going?
We are going to be able to because we're doing a workshop of allegiance at exactly that time. So it worked out wonderfully.
Someone told me Richard was going to ask you to marry him.
Oh,
did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
To officiate?
That was the buzz that I heard around here.
I have not heard that buzz.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
No.
I'd be happy to if...
You're not ordained, right? You have to go out
I'm a Buddhist. If he wants a Buddhist ceremony.
Richard, why do you have to bother George with... I notice a lot of people...
I hadn't heard this.
I got to tell you something. A lot of people around here bother the guests. Like, I heard a rumor that George was nudged by Steve Langford that his daughter is going to interview George for a school project.
Oh, she did.
Well, I love Steve. Don't get me wrong, but around here, can we just leave the fucking guests alone? I mean, honestly, George isn't going to be able to say no because he thinks it's going to affect his relationship with me.
But it's I don't feel like I'm a guest. I feel like I'm a member of the family.
Well, you are a guest. I hate to tell you, you're not a member. of the family.
I'm shattered. Absolutely shattered.
You can't be a member of this family.
No, but I mean,
I feel so isolated now.
No, I just don't want the guests being nudged. I mean, I think it's really sweet that Steve Langford's daughter has a school project. But you want to know something? George isn't here for that, and he's not going to say no because Steve spent a week with George going back to his old haunts and doing a whole special with him.
Right.
So George feels
Not my old haunts. Well, we were imprisoned there.
Well, that's a haunt. That's haunting. Yeah, they went. They did a whole Japanese internment special and all of that.
No, they're not Japanese internment camps. They're U.S. internment camps for Japanese Americans.
Well, you know what I'm trying to get
at. When you say Japanese internment camp, you'd think the nation of Japan.
George, what I'm trying to say is, Steve did this whole special with you and spent a week with you, and what happens is on what fucking basis would Steve Langford bother this man?
Well, many
journalists
asked me to do that.
I don't care. The guys who work for me should not...
No, he's not talking about you doing the special.
I'm talking about the daughter bothering me.
Oh.
Listen, you're a sweet man.
I do that for a lot of people.
No, I know you do, but you don't have to do that here.
Right,
and I don't want you bothered and asked. Listen, I've got 3 daughters. I don't ask... George Takei or any guest to sit there and do an interview with my daughters. My daughters are grown women now.
But they went to school and they had projects.
I would feel as if I was putting someone out. Sometimes I think just having George get up and doing our show is putting him out. So I would not ever think about doing this to this human being. And I don't know why people... Like, Steve doesn't know...
They have gone out to dinner, from what I understand.
I don't care.
So you don't consider that now their personal relationship?
Listen, the only reason Steve knows George Takei is because of our show. And asking George to sit down with your daughter for a school project, you know what? Let his daughter go out and find somebody of interest in the community. She doesn't need to be a superstar and interview a guy from Star Trek. Now, give me a fucking break. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the reason that George is giggling is because he agrees. And he's too kind to say
Richard? Richard and George also socialize.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, this was going to be something we were going to ask George over dinner, but Will, I guess, spilled the beans about it.
That's right.
But there's zero pressure. If we would be honored.
There's zero pressure for you. For him, there's pressure because he has to sit there and go, look.
Well, I feel comfortable with Richard to say I won't be able to do it because I'm here for a workshop and I'll be working on that all during, the 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
Okay,
that's totally fine.
He shouldn't have to answer you. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you want George to do the wedding
just because
because it's fun.
Well, yeah, it's fun, and he's got a great voice, and we're very good friends with him.
I know. It's all fun and games. Get a friend of yours.
You had somebody fun at your wedding.
That's right.
Mark
and that's
Consulos
exactly and that's what's going on here. Mark Consuelos married us, and I know you want the same thing. But listen, calm down. The reason you know this man is because of the show. Okay?
But
Don't sit there and go in your hillbilly way. Howard Deedy. Now I can do it.
But I owe a little bit
get
of
that conehead in Cambria to marry you. Your favorite
conehead
or whatever his fucking name is. What is it? Conehead and
Coheed in Cambria.
Coheed in Cambria. Get them to marry you.
Yeah. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
But I. You know, in sort of a way, George is here because of me, too. I remember I pitched him at a meeting.
And you're only here because I'm insane, okay? So just remember that.
And I thank you for having me.
All right, now get out of here and leave everyone alone.
Okay.
All right, good. And go back and make phony phone calls. I haven't seen any new ones in a while. I want to see 3 a day.
We got a brand new one that you loved that you only played once.
It's true.
Yeah.
But that was last week.
And we got a new one we're editing for this week, too. Should have it by tomorrow.
Quickly go at it. You're wasting time. He's busy plotting that wedding ad.
Oh, I didn't know that there was such a plot about to be hatched.
Well, I heard that you're getting hit. You see what I mean? Richard asked for the wedding. Steve Langford's daughter. I mean, Steve is a nut to think that that this is an appropriate request.
When did he ask? Did he ask?
Where is he? Is he here?
Quite some time ago.
Where is Steve Langford? I want to yell at him.
Was it during the special or?
No. It was about. I think he talked to Brad about a month ago.
You know, sometimes it's really great to let your kid go find someone on their own. That's sort of the project. Daddy doesn't have to step in and prove what a big superstar he is, delivering the guy from Star Trek. It's fucking annoying.
So he actually called Brad and made the request.
Right.
Wow.
It was scheduled.
Hello, this is Steve Langford from Howard 100 News. Brad, I know this is a terrible imposition, but, my son, my daughter...
I was happy to... I get a lot of those
you're
requests
happy.
from
I get
friends.
It. I get it. And you know what? They should leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, they well...
You know what? My email is filled with requests for everything from all my friends, my so-called friends.
Right. And you don't honor them.
A lot of them I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even respond. I can't respond to all
I get
the
a lot of
requests.
those, from total strangers over the internet.
And unfortunately, you've met the people here.
Well, that's the problem. I know because of my relationship, suddenly George is on the phone with Steve Langford's daughter. And don't think I don't know that. And I don't know why more people around here don't know that. It's just inappropriate. But what can I tell you? Steve's not here?
I'm a nice guy,
Yeah, you're too nice, and I am too.
What?
Oh, he's on his way down. I know I'm going to get worked up. Keep me calm, Robin.
All right.
And you know how to do. And you know how to do it.
I think George
I
would be really good at keeping you calm.
Better you keep me calm.
Actually, I like to touch. I am tactile.
You know how you were telling me how you banged women and also men, and it's like I was reading the New York Times yesterday. There was an interview with a woman who she was with a woman a long-term relationship, 2 women. All of a sudden they break up. She decided to date guys, and now she's married to a man after a 15-year relationship with a woman. There's truly I used to think there's no such thing as bisexuality. Now I'm starting to think there is.
I think there is. I mean, the human animal has a lot of senses. And
do you consider yourself bisexual?
I was, but now
You're gay.
I think I'm monosexual.
Yeah.
Just one sex. Right. Brad.
You're Brad sexual.
Yeah. We've shared so much in common. We've been together for 24 years, and that I value that.
Right.
It's something that's very precious to me.
But the thought of screwing a woman right now is kind of nauseating.
Or any other person.
Yeah. Where is my...
This, I think, is in and of itself a news story.
Yeah.
Langford will not come back.
Why?
You're kidding.
He refuses to come back.
Why?
He says this topic is off limits.
Why? Why is it off limits?
I think because it involves his kids. He said, your kids are off limits.
Wait a second. I'm not talking about
child.
his kid. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him arranging for an interview with a guest of mine.
I was surprised. He gave me the hand. I'm like, Steve, you of all people? And he goes,
Steve
this is
knows
different.
Steve, this is not different. This is not talking about his daughter. I'm not talking about his daughter. I'm
You're
talking about
him making the request.
Right.
But I just went directly. He's sitting in his chair, and he's not coming in.
Interesting. He's got to come in eventually. Because you got to do the news.
Yeah, send him in for headlines.
And George is here all week, so even if he's not coming in
But you see,
today.
that logic, hiding behind the fact that he did it for his daughter and then saying, I'm not going to talk about my daughter, where I'm not talking about his daughter, is ludicrous. He's hiding because he doesn't want to hear my opinion on this. If he wants to be mature about it.
He did say point well taken. That's what he told me.
Oh, he did. Okay, so he gets it.
I think.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to hear him say point well taken?
Yes.
Yes.
He can't come in and do that.
Point well taken. He should not be bothering. I don't care.
You know, I feel
substitute the
awkward.
word daughter for wife or whatever. I don't care who it is. Cousin,
neighbor.
Here I am in the middle
friend.
of all this, and it was a pleasure. I mean, he's got a charming little girl.
All right, you can. Okay. You're missing the point too.
No, I got it.
I'm
I
not
got
sure
it.
you're all there.
I'm just trying to defend.
It's two people who aren't all there.
I think it's really funny that Steve Langford won't talk about this.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody has said to him, Steve, I don't want to talk about something, we have to do the news.
This is a news
we
story.
have to do the news.
Howard, you should glare at him like he does to us when he.
Right? Yeah, you just stare at him. You're so right.
Howard, he'll be in a half an hour to do the news.
Did you? I know, and that's what I'll ask him about. I will confront him.
Don't ask, just glare.
Glare.
I'm sure you heard Howard's comments just now.
Absolutely.
Where do you stand? What's your defense in this?
Well, as I said to Gary just a moment ago, point well taken. Fine. Done deal. However, discussing people's daughters, young daughters, on the air, I don't think so.
But I don't think the issue is more so about your daughter or young daughter. As
Well,
it is.
that's what got raised.
Well, I think it's the
That's not
subject of asking George
What's
a
good
favor.
for the goose is good for the gander.
But it's just the concept of asking George a favor. I think Howard was more
Absolutely.
pointing to.
Point well taken.
Do you think? So you think he's right? You think that?
No, I don't
perhaps
think he's right, but if that's the way he wants to do it, that's fine.
But why not come back and discuss that subject? Not so much.
Because there's a hypocrisy here about certain things that are off limits.
So are you saying certain things are off limits for Howard, but
Yes,
but
absolutely.
now that it's the tables have turned and it's your turn to go in?
Yeah.
So you basically more so have a problem with Howard would be unwilling to discuss something like this.
We would never, in a million years, raise those kind of subjects.
So are you worried that this might hurt your credibility this week? Do you think you might have a tough time with interviews, that people are going to now say, Steve, no, I won't talk, you didn't talk?
If you want to talk about somebody's young kids, we certainly don't cover that.
Okay, sir. I see you are unwavering on your stance.
No, listen, that's the way he wants to do it. It's fine. I understand. Absolutely.
But the same rules apply to you as well. Level playing field. It's the American way. Richard, is it frustrating or disappointing to you when Howard criticizes you using the show, so to speak?
No, I'm used to it by now. I'm used to the criticism. I've been here almost 7 years. It goes with the territory.
So why did you still decide to ask George, or why are you still planning?
Well, we weren't even for sure that's just somebody we had in mind that'd be, a great person to do it, because we're not doing a religious wedding, and we probably just have one of our friends do it. So I guess next in line will be Lisa or Greg Carmel, the cameraman.
I'm excellent. I'm actually ordained online, so.
I am too. I'm a Dudist priest. I'm ordained at the Church of Lebowski, and I can actually marry people. So, Sal and I are available to marry people now.
You abide?
The dude abides. We'll abide your wedding.
Good luck with that. Thank you,
Thank
Rick.
you.
All right. Any apprehension from your part in seeing, one of your best buddies get married? You don't seem to be too high on the subject of marriage and the concept of marriage these days.
Listen. Everybody's different. It's all peaks and valleys. That's the way marriage works. He's getting married. Right now, he's in that mode of peaches and cream. Everything's going to be fantastic. And you know what? I hope it stays that way for the rest of his life.
But do you see your friend headed towards a multi-car pileup right now?
Listen, if somebody's going to jump, you can only get so many cops to say don't do it. They're going to jump. That's it. I just hope that when he lands, it's going to be on something nice, soft, and cuddly. for the rest of his life. I'm very happy for him, and I think Kristen's a phenomenal girl. So, and you know, to me, Richard's already married. He's married to me. He's my wife. He's the wife I always wanted. So, I look at his marriage almost like as a roommate, and I'm the real husband, and he's my real wife.
She's just going to keep him warm at night. That's
As
it.
long as she makes him happy, and I know she will, because she's a great girl, and he'll make her happy.
You just know that every morning around 5 he returns to you.
Absolutely. He gets all cleaned up, relieved, whatever he needs to do is done, and he comes to me fresh, squeaky clean, and ready to roll. Smelling like a rose. Dipped in dog shit.
You know, I tried on April Fool's, Robin. You thwarted me. But I tried on April Fool's to start an April Fool's joke where I was replacing Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. It lasted all of 10 seconds. As Robin goes, oh, this is April Fool's. Fred
should have told.
Fred said to me over the weekend, he said, you know, it would have been better if you had like Steve Langford come in and report that he heard a rumor about it.
Right,
and then I could have been somewhat
Would have
caught.
thrown everybody off track.
Meanwhile, how good an idea is that? I'd be terrific. If I do say so myself. I'm not taking over.
Thing is, people can't believe it because you're so needed here.
Yeah, believe me, I got news for you. I ain't doing anything. I do this show and I do Howard TV. God bless, and that's that.
Well, that's why I said it was a joke.
Yeah, people know that.
I told Robin I read a script that was pretty good, and they offered me this movie role, and I like doing that.
Oh, you should have.
No, I'm not going to do it. I've been thinking about it. I don't
You
want
should
to
do a movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Why?
Because, you know what? I'm not an actor. I do enjoy the process of being in a movie, but...
Well, you bring your personality. Most movie stars are that.
I don't know that I could do this role either because it involves me like getting into some... Not pornographic, but like a heavy sort of make-out petting scenes with this chick who's obviously a hot chick. It's a movie, and she plays a hot chick. And I'm just wondering, I think Beth would freak the fuck out.
Did you discuss it with her at all?
Yeah, I I with her. She goes, all
what'd
right.
she say?
She goes, I know what I got to do. And that was that. I mean, I said, but honey, it's a movie.
You're acting.
She knows me. I ain't no actor.
There's no acting when you're kissing somebody. That's
she
a real
knows
kiss.
me. When I kiss, well, I got news for you. I don't know about. I mean, I don't know what in some of your movies. I don't know if you did anything romantic. Did you ever do a romantic scene in a movie?
I've kissed on screen. Yes.
Yeah, but those were girls. Do you ever kiss a dude in a movie? And I'll bet you
really get excited?
I bet you if I were given that opportunity, I'd do it, and Brad would probably understand.
And yeah, he might understand, but you get a boner, you probably end up in the dressing room with this guy blowing you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Bullshit.
I would not do that.
You know what? Sometimes things happen.
I am an actor.
Yeah.
I can create the illusion.
George, you've never actually had this happen to you.
That's right.
So how do you really know
All
how
I know
you would
is
react?
on Private Parts, I did a couple of scenes with Mary McCormick where there was no kissing involved in the script, no making out, no feeling up. I made out with her and felt her up anyway.
Every time?
Every time.
And you can see the surprise on her face.
On screen.
Yeah, you could see the look.
You're an actor. You were acting.
I was like, fuck that. I got a chance here to do something with a hot chick. Why not? Why shouldn't I do it?
Absolutely.
And I popped a real boner when I was in the bathtub with that naked girl, Melanie Good. I popped an actual fucking boner.
Of course you would.
Yeah. So what am I going to tell you? I was all worked up.
But...
So if he'd been kissing her,
but your soul
and he was
wasn't
in his
there.
underwear.
Well, my soul was there. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm an actor, but my penis is an actor.
Your penis is a real.
My penis is for real. My penis don't know I'm acting. No, I better left not doing it. You want to know something? The truth? I love that woman so much that I could do the movie and not think twice about it. But I don't know. She would probably freak out because you know what? I got news for you. If she took on a role something where she's making out with some dude, it would bother the shit out of me.
And you're not just kissing them once.
Right.
There's take after take and setups and reshoots.
And that's why it's not sexy.
Please.
You know what? On tomorrow's
with
show,
about 30 people watching you.
Tomorrow's show, I'm bringing in this guy. He's 25 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to do a love scene with you. You're both going to have your shirts off.
Bed.
It's a script. I'm going to give you the script. You'll read it. And then it'll cause for you both to take off your shirts. He's very muscular, this guy I have in mind for the part. And you're going to rub each other's chests and make out.
I will tell Brad tonight, and I will tell him I'm acting, and it will not be consummated. I am going to be acting, and yes, all right, bring it on.
And
Bring him on.
Dick off. Anyway, it's going to be a great movie. It's George. It starts out, George is in an internment camp. But it's like Animal House. It's a fun internment camp, like Hogan's Heroes kind of thing.
Well, they're breaking out. It's like that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's World War II.
Break out together.
George is in Arizona. The guards love him, and one of the guards falls in love with George.
And it's hot there, so we take our shirts off.
That's right.
It's sweaty.
And then you have to
You know
wrestle.
what we have to do? We have to put a meter on George to see if he's acting or if this is real.
Well, as Howard said, I can be acting, but there's a certain anatomical things that don't know that.
And Brad will tell you he's acting when he's on the phone to his attorney. So Charlie
Can I bring, I was going to say Artie, Brad here?
Yes.
And have him be witness to it?
That's right. I want him to watch.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's great. In this one scene I want you to do, this is where you blow the guard to get a weekend pass from the camp. And you have to
I'm
really...
afraid he will not allow that.
No, he won't. The guy won't come. Just, just kiss it a few times. And then the guard goes, "Oh, you think you can blow me and get a secret pass? That's it for you." Then he ties you up naked and he sticks an eel in your ass.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
By the way, these two characters who haven't cracked a smile since they've been in here, they won the right to sit in and watch our show. They gave money to charity. You guys there?
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you something. You two are the two worst guys I've ever had sit in this studio watch me. Ever since you walked in, I've been waving to you. I've been smiling at you. And the two fucking guys stand there like you're FBI. What do you guys do for a living that you're so goddamn serious? What are you? Seriously, what?
I'm a contractor. I build houses.
Well, what are you so miserable about?
I'm not miserable.
I'm a performer. When we see guys like you staring at us, you gotta get into it a little bit. What's the matter with you?
Well, I didn't mean to make you nervous.
Yeah, you're making me feel awful. And what's your job?
I co-founded 100 Contacts.
100 Contacts? What's that?
The thing where you call and you get your contacts sent to you.
Contact lenses. That's good. Now that's good. Who wants to go for their contact
That's a brilliant
lenses?
idea. You must be incredibly wealthy.
No wonder you're staring at me like I'm from Mars. Just probably got those contacts in, that's all. Well, this is Craig and John, and you donated money, and you also got the right to sit at the Knick game with Fafa Fui last night and Fred Norris.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that correct?
And the Knicks made it into the playoffs.
I know, that's
for
a miracle.
the first time in years.
That's a miracle. I'm so happy.
Since 2004.
What was it like sitting with Fafa Fui and Fred? Did they talk to you?
Absolutely.
They did.
Fantastic.
You had
You
a
know
good time.
Fred talks.
Well, Fred's weird. Sometimes he doesn't talk, and then when he starts talking, he won't shut up. So you sat there, you talked to them, and you had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are great interviewers.
Sorry.
I think they were enjoying themselves last night at the game.
Yeah, are you guys nervous or something?
I'm a little nervous.
You're a little nervous, okay.
Yeah.
Because I never seen anybody with just a blank stare like you. I mean, seriously.
Is Fred implying that they might be hungover?
I saw one of the gentlemen. who shall remain nameless, but was imbibing quite freely with the beer.
Who was imbibing?
Mr. 100 Contact. But he can do that. He's the CEO of the company.
After spending the night with Fred and Gary, Baba Buhai, if you could only be with one of them, who would you be with? Who is your favorite? And I'll go to Craig first.
I go with Fred.
Fred.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he didn't say much.
There you go.
Maybe Fred couldn't talk. Gary talks a lot. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Gary talks a lot.
he doesn't get it. He doesn't. He's like a woman, right?
Yeah, I
He's
was lucky because I was on the end, so he took the brunt of the talking.
And is it mostly like nonsense talk? Like
No, it was, just chatter.
Yeah, he knows about everything, right? He's
Oh, yeah.
This reminds me of the time. Did you know the Knicks did this? Yeah, my boy Lucas plays basketball too. It's always a constant dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Gary not been there and just gone with Fred?
No, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was a good game, too.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
John-
It's hard to watch the game and sit with those guys at the same time because it's a really loud, it's a sporting event.
Right.
And you want to see the game.
Right.
At the same time, you want to talk to those guys, but you can't really have a conversation. So.
Well, Gary should understand that. I mean, he's talking through the whole game, right?
Kind of.
What is he talking about?
Guy talk.
Guy talk.
Basketball.
You know, I know you guys probably saw my pitch at Shea Stadium, but I gotta tell you, I do know a lot about sports. Did you read my book?
Absolutely.
You did? Do you know my father's name was Sally Fu? That was his nickname.
Sally Fu could have been a gangster, but he took the straight and narrow path.
John, did you agree that Gary would be the guy you wouldn't want to be? Like, you'd rather be with Fred?
No, they were both great.
They were both equally great?
Yes.
All right, well, very nice.
He's a diplomat.
When you got to the part of my book with the lists, did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely.
You did? Howard made fun of me. But I know it set a tone for the book.
I understand that you're from Utah. Now, which disc would you take back to Utah with you?
Wait, if it only was anything like that.
They said you didn't shut up.
No, he said I didn't shut up, and
That's
I hardly talked to him the whole game. He was 2 seats away. Nobody could hear anything.
He says you didn't shut up.
No, John was sitting
What,
next
he's lying?
Yeah.
Not lying.
He didn't say a fucking word. Like talking to a fucking Mount Rushmore over
Because
there.
the guy wants to watch the game. He's a man.
I was talking to John, right?
Yes.
He was talking to John sitting next to me, and he had a lot of questions about the show, which I graciously answered.
Right.
We hardly got to talk, except when John got up to go to the bathroom.
He said you didn't shut up. I'm going with him.
You should go with him. You'll be bored to tears.
Craig and John. All right. Well, enjoy the show. And Anthony, what can I do for you?
Listen, man, I got a new question for Robin.
Dude.
And possibly George. Want to know when's the last time they got their asshole licked?
George, when's the last time you had your asshole licked?
Sunday.
Oh. Well,
That's a
George
good
has
one.
had it sooner than me.
When's the last time you had that, Robin?
I can't remember.
Can't even remember. Was it really long ago?
Asshole licking?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time.
You know what? I'm not much into that, but when Brad obviously
It
licks,
happens.
When Brad does that to you, do you feel obligated to lick his asshole?
No, not necessarily.
It's not quid pro quo.
I mean, it's spontaneous. You know, it's happening while we're wrestling.
Oh, he's licking and wrestling and
How does he win the wrestling match? If I know you guys like to wrestle, but how does he win the wrestling match if you're busy licking his asshole? Or he's busy licking your asshole.
We don't stay at it. You know, it just happens while if
so his face ends up in your ass,
you know,
and then he starts licking your asshole.
It's just in passing.
Right.
It's a little sign of affection.
When you do that, though, that's a heavy taste. I mean, that's a thick.
No, we're clean.
Yeah, but I don't care how much you
they
clean.
shower first.
Yes.
You remember.
When he licks it, though, does he get in there and get the sphincter, or
No.
No. What
Just, you know.
What?
Just a swipe?
Yes.
Swipe. Swipe. I could use a swipe myself.
You guys had a good time in there today?
Yeah, it was fine.
You afraid you might have stepped on Gary a little bit, or is it?
No, yeah, he misunderstood it a little bit. All I was saying is I heard him and John talking the whole time. It wasn't anything big, but I could hear him. It was loud at the game, so I couldn't really contribute to the conversation at all.
But you don't feel slighted, or that Gary was talking John's ear off and not yours?
No, not at all. It's John's gig. He sat next to Gary. I was on the other end.
So you expected to be sort of on the periphery?
Yeah, I was on the peripheral, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Now, did you guys envision talking with Howard on the air today, or were you expecting a more laid-back sit-in?
Well, typically when people come in for charity things, he talks to them a little bit, so I expected it.
You knew what to anticipate for this?
Yes.
Worth the auction, though? Worth everything, every penny and all that?
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. It was a great experience.
Yeah, it's
fun.
fun.
We've been listening for so long that it's fantastic to meet everybody and see what happens up here.
I was going to ask you, how does it measure up to what you listen to actually see it in front of you for your own eyes?
Well, you just get a little better feel for how the show is run. It was a great experience.
Pretty surreal.
And all the Sibian things here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right here by all the attachments. That's pretty cool. You can see some of the greatest rides that have happened.
The OJ mask, Beetlejuice. It's
all of the staples.
It's great to see it finally.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
Now I guess it's time to face Gary in the wrap-up show.
Oh, yeah. It's just a misunderstanding, right?
As most things are around here. You feel punched in the face by the way these guys
you know,
are?
I think everybody, when they get in there, they want to be a jokester. I think he's just saying whatever he could say to get a rise out of Howard. You know, he wasn't sitting next to me, and it was very loud, so it was difficult to speak at all. So I mostly spoke to John, and Fred hardly spoke to either one of them because that guy, Craig, was so far, he was 4 seats away. And, it's a weird thing when you go to something like this because it's a balance. Like, I could have not spoken to them at all, and they could have come in this morning and go, we paid $27,000 and Gary fucking ignored us. So I felt a little bit of an obligation to chat a little bit because they paid money to hang out with us.
Plus, they're asking you questions about the show.
Well, John was asking me a lot of questions about the show. That guy Craig, he didn't really seem to know as much about the show. He's more of I think he came as a friend, so I don't think he's as big a fan.
But at the same time, you want to watch the game. You want to let them watch the game. So it's you're saying.
I don't think listen. There's a lot of downtimes, a lot of timeouts. I don't think I was interrupting during the game, and like I said, I didn't talk to him much at all because I didn't really have a clear shot at him. So when John got up to go to the bathroom twice. Again, I talked to him because it was weird. I felt like if I talked to Fred, like I was turning my back on the guy who paid money to be there. Listen, he could have come in, no matter what I did last night, he could have come in with an angle on it.
You feel they feel the need to shtick it up in front of Howard.
You know what? I got great seats to sit at the Knick game. I had a good time with Fred. I had a good time with the guys, and that's it.
Wheels, go ahead. You have the, I got to get to a commercial break. Kim Cattrall's going to stop by. I'll tell you how that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she emailed me, said I have to get on right away. She's in some sort of movie that needs immediate fan attention.
She said, stop everything, let me on.
We said, well, we'll have you in next week because, she's Kim Cattrall, Sex and the City, want to hear. Said, we'll spend some time with you. We don't have time.
No.
She said, I got to get the fuck on your show because I need people to see this movie.
I should have ride the Sibian.
Yeah, I should have said to her, well, you got to ride the Sibian.
No conditions? You just let her on?
What am I going to tell you? So I said, we don't have a lot of time, but I'd be happy to let you come in and say hi to the audience and tell them.
Tell them about your movie.
Yeah, give them the pitch.
Hey, what's up, Kim?
Hey, it's early morning this morning.
I know, this is a rough schedule here.
I'm so excited.
Welcome, this is your first time.
Yeah, first time for everything, yes. Oh, a little donut action.
Yes, this is Cupcake Wednesday.
Oh, God. Dangerous.
You
Very
picked a good
dangerous.
day to come in.
I did? Oh, yes. Always a good day.
Just this way.
The bunny room.
So Howard was saying earlier you have a new movie out.
I do. It's called Meet Monica Valor, and this is our director behind you. This is Keith Bearden.
Nobody wants to see me on camera. I'm sure. There's the star of the show.
He's behind the camera. This is a movie we did 3 years ago and made for absolutely nothing. And it was released, got great reviews in the New York Times. It was just about to start, breaking out as far as finding an audience, and they pulled the movie. So I didn't think that was right. I didn't feel that it had really had its due. So Keith and I decided that we were going to do a campaign to make this movie, bring it to an audience. So we begged. We got one theater, the Beekman Theater. It's going to be showing this weekend from the 29th to the 5th, and we hope everybody will come out and see it. It's a sweet, lovely movie. If you like movies like Harold and Maude or Little Miss Sunshine, you'll really like this movie. We didn't have any kind of budget to get it out there, so we're the movie. And it's right now the Tribeca Film Festival here in New York, where it was discovered last year, so it feels cyclical, so we're here to get the word out. Meet Monica Valor.
Well, this is a good place, Howard. Obviously,
Phew. Every cab I get into, anybody who serves me at a restaurant, it's just sort of we're like this two-band team. We're spreading the word. So we're just so thrilled that Howard has us on this morning to talk about it.
now, you've met Howard in your personal life, but you've
yes,
obviously never
I
done
have.
the show before.
No, I'm really excited. I really am. I mean, he tells me that he's been a fan of my work since I started as an actress. So I'm excited to be in the room with him and Rob, and I'm a big Sirius radio fan. I live out, at the beach, not close to where Howard is. He's on the Ritzy area, but I run into a lot of parties where I see Howard. He never stays very long. He's out the door. Hello, goodbye. But when I have had those chance meetings, he has told me how much he's enjoyed my work. So we'll see what happens today.
Should be a good time this morning.
It'll be a good time, yes. I've had a very long, varied career, so I'm sure he has a lot to ask me.
Cool. Well, good luck today and have fun with
Thank you.
Howard.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Kim Control contacted me that she needed to get the word out.
Do you know her?
I do know Kim. I've met her a couple of times.
Oh, so that's how she contacted you.
Yeah, she's extremely attracted to me,
Is that right?
as most women are. Kim, come in and tell us.
Good morning.
Tell us about how attracted you are to me. And
Yes, before you sit down.
Yes.
you look good, baby.
Thank you. I thought for sure that I was going to sit in the tickle chair this morning.
Hey, you're going to get on the
We
Sibian.
can pull it out for you.
I bet
You
you
look
can.
sexy today.
Thank you.
What's going on with you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I have a cause.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get to your movie, but I'm just looking at you.
Maybe the sex comes from the inside, and she's always sexy.
Oh, God love you. God love you.
Those your real breasts?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are.
Absolutely.
You've never had implants.
Never desired to.
Are you
Never.
a C or a D?
No, I'm neither.
You're a B. Shocking.
Yes, I am.
Because
B
I
for
thi-
beautiful.
I'm looking at you now,
and
I-
proud.
You know what's funny about you, Kim? I'm looking at you. You're a sex symbol, obviously.
Thank
But
you,
I'm
Howard.
looking at your chest, and I'm a man who knows something about bosoms. You appear to be a C or a D.
No,
And
no,
yet you
Howard.
fool the world.
Recently my mother came to visit me, who's in her 80s.
Right.
And I have a little jacuzzi in
Of course you do.
Yes, just a little one.
Right.
And I said, Mom, get in. And she said, No, I'm embarrassed. I said, No, go ahead. It's just you and me. And I saw my mother's breasts, and I have my mother's breasts, and they were sitting very high. So I thank my mother.
At 80?
At 82.
Wow.
And I have to say, if that I'm not frightened.
I like your hair like this. I
Thank
like this
you.
shorter look.
Thank you.
It's attractive to me.
When Sex and the City 2 opened in Tokyo, I just cut it all off.
This is a good look for you.
Thank
I
you.
want you to keep your hair this length.
And yours as well.
Yeah.
Shorter too.
Shorter is better for me.
As you get older, shorter is better.
That's right.
Yes.
Believe me, I'm trying to find every trick in the book.
Well, he had a lot of hair. Yeah.
I had a lot to lose.
You did have a lot of hair.
Absolutely.
You did.
You know, when I think about you in Sex and the City, I think you wanted the same money as Sarah Jessica Parker. That's what held up the second movie.
That's not true.
It isn't true.
No, it's not.
Dispel that, then.
I never asked for what Sarah got because Sarah was a producer. I felt that what they were offering the three of us, without a script, without a start date, was not fair after
Right.
us being in that show and being such an integral part, not just playing the parts, but we inspired so many of the storylines.
You played the parts well. The show was a huge hit, and you said, listen, if I'm ever going to make the big money, it's going to be in this
Now!
movie. This is it.
Exactly. We didn't have what other actresses on regular television, we didn't have sponsors.
Right.
So, there was no way we were ever going to make per episode what Jennifer Aniston, millions of dollars. Never.
I've
ever.
always heard that HBO is infamously cheap in the sense that they will get, first of all, when they signed you guys up, no one knew it would be a hit. No one. So
No.
they get a hold of you, and you
They
figure
got us cheap, real
they got you cheap.
Which is fine. We're willing to grow. But every year with HBO, as anyone will tell you, that negotiation, you get that fax that says if you don't report to work, you will be in breach of contract because you're still trying to get something like a $2,000 raise.
Your initial contract was for 5 years?
No, any contract for a series is 5 years with an option for an additional year, and we
I
did the
see.
6 years.
I see. And so after you do the additional year, and maybe you go to them and say, okay, I want to renegotiate, or I want to...
Well, you go every year to renegotiate. That's just what you do on a series because they have a cap on everything. But then the series, like Sex and the City, explodes. Everybody's making a lot of money, and you think, well, I'd like to make some money too.
Can you go to someone like Sarah Jessica Parker and say, listen, we're sisters in this. We all contribute. This is why the show is successful. Let's go in together as a team and negotiate. Or does she say, hey, fuck off. That's your problem. I've got a good deal.
That never happened. What happened was I really was the one who spoke up and said, and I think it's because I've been in the business 10 years longer than the other girls. I'm 10 years older. And I had been a leading lady, and I thought, this is not fair. We all need to, at this point, making these movies, at the end of the series, I'm not set for life.
Right.
I want to be set for life. I've done my 18-hour days for 6 years. We all deserve this.
Right.
So I fought for it, and sadly,
should Sarah have fought for you more?
I wish she had have. Yes.
She wish she did.
I wish she did.
Did she say anything?
No, it was never discussed. But that's part of some people's working thing. I respect that. They do their own deals. But no, it was
an ensemble piece, and clearly your character was very, very important to that show.
Well,
and to the films.
The good ending for this, the proper ending is that we did make the movie. I mean, when all these negotiations were going on, there was no script, and I thought, how do you take this little this little TV show, half an hour, and make a movie out of it?
Were you threatened with hey, you know what? We'll just put in another Samantha. If you don't sign up. Were you ever threatened with that?
I think they would probably have tried that, but I remember when we were making the movie, Michael Patrick King turned to me and he said, I wasn't going to do this without you. And I said, Michael, you couldn't have done it without me.
Did this ruin any friendships? Did this negotiation ruin any friendships?
No, ultimately, especially after the second movie, it made friendships, actually. It went to sort of a deeper, better level for all of us. Yes.
Yeah, I was always shocked on. I mean, I love that show.
Thank you.
And I love the second movie. True, Robin?
Absolutely.
I thought it was terrific.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I've said it a million times. I've been called gay for saying that.
Quite frankly, I thought the political statement
Right.
of that movie was brilliant. Everybody's going to all of these Arab countries and saying, oh, this is great. You can do whatever you want here. And it was like, let's get the hell out of here and go back to freedom.
I know, exactly. I mean, we couldn't film in the first two locations because we have the word sex in the title.
Do you think you got that role because in real life you are this wild sexual person or something?
No, I had done a film called Live Nude Girls, and I think from a very early age, films like Porky's and Police Academy and Mannequin, for me as an actress, where I really live is in the theater, but you can't make a living in the theater.
No.
So, I mean, if you look at my resume, it's like two different actresses. One is like this theater career, which is very classical, and the other one is like these crazy movies that I was doing, but I was really paying my rent.
Right.
I didn't come from, I'm a blue-collar girl, I didn't want to go back to waitressing and slinging hash. I wanted to continue, even, in a movie that I felt, well, it's not exactly what I want to do, but it's going to pay my rent for the next 6 months.
Sure, no,
which
it's a
Porky's
business.
did.
Right.
Absolutely.
Porky's. What did you mean in your email to me? You wrote me an email and said, you're going to tell me something about the Porky's that I never knew.
Well, that was it, actually. It came to me, Bob Clark took me to lunch, and I had done tribute with him with Jack Lemmon, which was nominated for Academy Awards. And then he said, I had this little movie which is going to change, how people perceive you. And I went, yeah, right. And how is that? And then he sent it to me, and all my agents said, you can't do this movie. And I said, yeah, I can't do this movie, but I also can't pay my rent.
Right.
And I thought, this movie will do well, and it'll probably do drive-ins. And I remember driving my car down Sunset Boulevard. I was living in LA very unhappily at the time, lonely, depressed. And I came across this huge mother friggin' poster of Porky's, and the first name was my name. I was like,
And were you upset about that? Because you probably thought Porky's was probably a bullshit movie.
Nobody knew what it was. In some ways, it was way before its time.
It was a fantastic movie, and yet probably at the time you said, I'm a serious actress. I shouldn't be doing something called Porky's.
But,
you probably thought it was the end of your career, Porky's.
People thought it was the end of my career. Yes.
Right.
They
and
did.
meanwhile, it's one of the things that you are known for and praised for.
Yes.
And you were part of groundbreaking movies.
But at the time, they thought it was a piece of bunk. I mean, they went on and on how this isn't, compared with other films that were out at the time, like Animal House. They were saying, this is a frat boy movie. This is stupid.
Was it hard for you to get work after Porky's? Was it like, oh, she's in that shitty Porky's?
It was easy to get work like Porky's, like Police Academy, because you're associated with a hit. So then you go on this trail, and this other trail that you were on with movies like Tribute and Ticket to Heaven, where you're nominated for awards and you're going that direction. Suddenly Michelle Pfeiffer is taking all those roles, and I can't get near them.
Because you were in Porky's.
Because I was sexualized in that way.
Do you hate show business? Do you hate do you have regrets? Do you wish your career had gone differently?
No.
You're
I
happy
don't.
about everything.
I've been doing a lot of plays, and that's always, as I said before, where I live and my passion is. And I did a play with Sir Peter Hall, who founded the National Theatre and the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. And I turned to him and I said, I studied at Lambda, and this was where I was going to be. And I've gone in this huge circle.
Where'd you grow up?
I was born in Liverpool, England, and I grew up on Vancouver Island.
And were you this little kid who used to always go around acting and everything?
Absolutely, every summer school. And then in 1968, we went back to Liverpool because my grandmother was very ill.
Right.
And I met a great aunt who was an elocution teacher. And that's when I started studying acting when I was 11. And I became sort of a protege. And I started
And you were hot, which helps, because if you don't have the
looks... Not at 11
looks...
I wasn't. I was a chubby little girl.
But when did you start to blossom?
Well, I feel right now, actually, is
No,
really
come on.
blossoming.
When did you start to become the hot chick?
Well, it was actually after Porky's.
After Porky's?
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, well, for me, it was.
In high school, you weren't hot?
No, my sister was.
And you were not hot?
I remember in high school, Howard, I was like into the high jump.
Yeah.
And they used to put like these saw chips from the mill, because I grew up in Vancouver Island where there's a lot of sawmills and things. And they made this big mound that you could fall in when you cleared the bar. And they were clearing it, and they said, "Oh, this is Cherry Cottrell," which is my older sister, and they built a big mound. And I was behind this fence witnessing this, and they said, "This is her sister Kim," and they flattened it.
For you?
For me.
So you weren't the hot chick? But
God, no.
When you went out to Hollywood, didn't every guy try to bang you incessantly?
No, I was very lonely in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yes, and to this day, it's difficult to get a date.
Difficult to get a date, but listen, you've dated plenty. Don't paint yourself a wallflower. You were married 3 times, right?
No, I've been married
these
twice
guys-
and once annulled.
Once annulled.
Yes.
And the problem with these 3 marriages, to put it bluntly, is these guys didn't know how to fuck you.
No, well, you know what happened? I worked too much.
No. You were not
I'm telling you.
satisfied sexually.
No. I'm telling you, I worked too much.
But why have you
there's no
said,
time
you
for-
have been quoted as saying that the sex was bad?
No, I wrote a book, Howard,
That's
called
right.
Satisfaction, The Art of the Female Orgasm.
I remember.
It's a very good book. And in the book, it was quite naive of me at the time. I wrote this book to really distance myself from Samantha, to say,
Right.
this is my reality, and this is a character I play, but
Right.
this isn't what my experience has been. It has been, like many women, not fulfilling, really. So my first husband, was European. I was working a lot. It was very stressful. All kinds of personal, situations were involved. My second marriage was
Well, wait a
completely
second.
different.
And he couldn't give it to you good enough, the European?
It wasn't what you hope for.
You never had an orgasm
What
with him?
country was he from?
He was Polish, Jewish, German.
Oh, that's
you-
not a good combination.
And you never had good sex with him?
It was. I don't. You see, what I think good sex is when a woman tells a man what she wants, and I don't just blame the man in these scenarios. I blame myself. Because I was
All right.
scared to ask. I was scared to say, I don't know. I was scared to say, can we try this?
Right. You were afraid to say, listen, I'm not getting off on this. Maybe you could do this to me or do that to me.
Exactly.
You were afraid
And
to ask for what
women,
you needed.
I didn't know what I needed.
It's funny because you're
Completely.
such a good actress, especially when you take on a role like Samantha. I look at you and think of you as the most sexual person who is not afraid of anything because you've become that to me. You're too good at it.
Well, something. I did a scene as Samantha where I had to be photographed nude.
That's right.
And I didn't have any dialogue or anything to hang on to when we shot the photograph. And I said, you just got to give me a minute because I couldn't do it.
Really?
I couldn't do it as Kim.
But you did it.
What I did was I went behind this little flap and I said a bunch of lines from the upcoming episode. And I went, I got it.
You got into character.
I got it. In character, I can do it. But it's Kim. That's why people say, oh, we've seen you nude. You haven't actually seen Kim nude. You've seen the characters that I play nude.
But you haven't been lonely. I mean, you dated Pierre Trudeau, who was
Yes.
the Prime Minister of Canada. He
Proudly,
couldn't give it to you good?
I was so young.
Young.
Very young. I was in my early 20s, and he was this incredible figure in my. It was like it would be
How
like
old was he when-
dating Obama. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just-
How old were you? Well, how old was he?
He was in his early 60s.
You dated when you were in your 20s. You dated a guy in his 60s.
Yes, it's not unheard of.
Did it?
Howard.
I know, but did it freak you out?
No, he was in great shape.
Really, you were attracted to him.
Power is very attractive. It's an aphrodisiac.
Well, when a guy
yes.
pulls down his pants, he has gray pubes. That can turn off a 20-year-old girl, no?
You know what? I didn't see that.
You didn't see gray pubes
No, I
on
didn't.
Pierre Trudeau?
I wasn't looking.
shaved.
You know, I wasn't looking for that. You know what I was looking for?
What were you looking for?
You know, he was a fascinating man. A really fascinating man. And
Who broke up with who then?
Well, it was kind of, one of those things. He was busy, I was busy, and I'm sure I wasn't the only young woman that he was, had his eye on. And I got a boyfriend, so it kind of was...
it fizzled.
Fizzled.
Who was the boyfriend? You dated Bruce Willis, too. What happened there?
I didn't date Bruce
You
Willis.
didn't?
This is a myth. Bruce Willis and I think, passed on 495 or 27 on the way to some kind of event.
You never had him?
I've worked with him on Bonfire of the Vanities, and we did a read-through, and I haven't seen him since. At the time, I would have liked to.
No sex.
But no Bruce Willis. No.
Wow. 3 marriages, no Bruce Willis.
2 marriages, 1 annulment.
I call that 3 marriages. What do you mean annulment? That means you didn't bang the guy.
No, usually, hopefully, you're at least a little, knowledgeable of someone sexually before you marry them. It just, he was a Canadian, and he was getting his green card. This is a very
yeah.
And I loved him in that moment, but always we knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. And
there was no sex?
No, it was a relationship. I'm not saying that I didn't love him.
Are you difficult to be in a relationship with?
You know what? I am because I'm married to my job.
You love your job.
I love my job. Yes.
Never had children?
Never had children. No.
And you didn't want them, did you?
I did want children.
You did want children?
Yes, I did. For many years, I wanted children. And I just kept thinking, after this, it will happen. Or this is the guy. And then that would kind of not work out. I thought, well, this is the guy. And then suddenly I thought, it's not going to happen.
There's no time for it.
So I thought to myself, well, how can I be a mom then? And I looked and I said, I have nieces and nephews. I have young actors I can mentor. And that's why being part of the Canadian Film Centre and being a mentor there, with the young Canadian actresses, which I walked that walk, is incredibly satisfying.
Is this new movie? Is this part of this Canadian Film Centre? And you're so passionate about it. You're like, I got to get in there and I got to convince your listeners to go see this. What is this new movie you're in?
It's called Meet Monica Velour.
Meet Monica Velour. Is this where you play a porn star or a prostitute?
I'm a porn star from 1978. She was Miss January 1978. And now we see her 30 years later.
Are you disgusted with the porn business as in the movie?
No, she never goes into that. She believes that when she was doing it in the 70s, we were artists then.
Right. So she has that
didn't-
rationale.
Yeah, she has this great line. She says, what we got was, $50 and a case of the crabs.
Do people recognize her as a porn star, or is she washed up?
No, she's washed up now. But people who watch porn, there's a cop at one point who comes in and he doesn't say anything to her, but when he gets back into the cab, to the dispatch, he says, I loved her in Frankenbooty. So he's watched all of her porn.
Is your character disgusted by sex? Is she completely turned off to it?
She is in crisis. She's fighting for the custody of her 8-year-old daughter from her scumbag husband.
And no one wants to give her custody because she was a porn star.
No one wants to give her custody. They don't even want to give her a $5 an hour shampoo job in this town. She's trying to get any kind of a job.
Because she's considered a slut.
She's an outcast. This movie is about outcasts. That's
Are you
what it's
nude
about.
in it? You would have to be nude.
No.
Do you have love scenes?
Yes,
Why
I
does she have to be? I don't know.
Hey! The thing that's great about this movie is the people that you expect to see naked, you don't. And the people you don't want to see naked, you do. Like Brian Dennehy. You see the whole ball sack. You see his ass. You see everything.
Ass and ball sack.
Yes.
What?
If that's Brian or his
Brian
character.
Dennehy.
I hate to admit it. I've always wanted to see his ball sack. Yeah, I'm kind of weird about that.
About Brian's
but
now, why did you? I read a story about you in the paper about this new movie. And by the way, the new movie is called Meet Monica Velour, and Kim's so passionate about it, she'll be doing Q&As at the.
You know what else I'll be doing? Serving popcorn at the concession. If they could get me to do that,
you think this is that important a film?
I really do.
Why did you get upset? I read in the paper you got pissed off at a reporter. Reporter came up to you and said, "Look, you have a young coach. So I'm going to set it up.
Okay. There's two. I've been pissed off a little bit lately. I was angry with Anchor Bay Films because they bought this at Tribeca last year. Now, this was a hit at Tribeca. They compared it to Harold and Maude and Little Miss Sunshine. Got great reviews in the Hollywood Reporter, Variety. It was saying the work of my life, of her career, 35 years. I was like, yes, finally we're going to take Samantha and we're going to change all of that.
This could be your Academy Award.
Well, I don't know about that. What it could do is open people's idea as me as an actress playing other than one role that I'm known for.
Right. You don't want to be Herman Munster. You don't want to be Samantha. That's it.
I love Samantha. I owe her a lot, but I can do more.
Okay.
So I thought, here we have. Then my schedule last year was crazy. I was doing 2 plays in the West End and a television show for PBS, which was on PBS, Any Human Heart. So this was my window. And this window, for most movies, Hollywood is polishing turds at this time of year.
Right.
They're putting things out there which are not very good.
There's a lot of shitty movies with no plot, nothing to really
Exactly.
see.
And this is the time of year before the blockbusters. This little gem comes out, gets a great review in the New York Times. They have no money for advertising.
Right.
So, okay, I've got celebrity status. I do every show I can in New York. I do every show in LA. We go to Detroit where we filmed it. I do an opening there. I create an opening with the Canadian Film Center. So it goes worldwide. And this is a word-of-mouth movie, but there's no ads in the New York Times. A tiny little ad.
They got no money.
New York Magazine, not even an ad
So why are you
there.
angry?
Because they pulled the movie. And they pulled the movie on a night where friends of mine was in one movie in New York at the Clearview Cinema.
You mean you're mad at the movie studio for pulling the movie out because they had no advertising money?
No, they had no advertising, so nobody came. And just as they were starting to find an audience, and there's this website you can go to called The Numbers. And the day before they pulled it, we were up 192%, which if that had continued, which it would have through word of mouth, we would have become one of the top 10 independent American movies of that
So
week.
they pulled the plug too early, is your complaint. Now, the other complaint I heard
Now,
was...
let me finish.
Go ahead.
I called them and said, what can we do about this? I'll do anything. Please, another week. Finally, they said, it's not us, Anchor Bay, who are pulling it. It's the movie theaters, because the Tribeca Film Festival. I said, but who do I talk to? Who are the movie theater owners? So we've got you a theater. I said, okay, where is it? It's the Beekman Theater on 66th and 2nd. I said, I'll do Q&As. I'll do whatever they have. They said,
Will you have sex with a member of the audience for the movie? Are you really that passionate?
Well, I don't